All right, so today we are trying some frozen lasagna that is cooked in the microwave. We got the iconic Michelina's lasagna with meat sauce. Now, of course, I've had this before. I've had it several times, but I've never reviewed it on this channel. So let's do this. All right, so first, here's some information from the back of the box. Feel free to go back and press pause if you want to read that more carefully. And here's the cooking instructions in the microwave, of course. Lift corner. You're going to cook on high for 3 minutes. You're going to open lid, mix well, recover, cook on high again for 1.5 to 2 minutes. Then you're going to let it stand, mix it, and enjoy. So let's go ahead and do that. So first step, we're going to lift the corner. Now, you don't want to lift this too much. You're just lifting it a tiny bit just to let the steam escape. Anyways, let's put it in the microwave for round one. All right, so we're back. We cooked it in the microwave for round one. Let's go ahead and open it and give it a stir. So there you go. We're opening the lid here. Okay. And you can see I'm kind of struggling a little bit. I'm a little bit on the struggle bus once again, but that's how it looks. So that's how it looks after round one. So again, we do got to mix it, and then we got to put it back in the microwave. And again, you can see I'm struggling here. Yeah, I'm trying to do this while holding the camera. So anyways, I'm going to put the camera down and open this properly. So just give me a second. Okay, I got the lid off. Now let's go ahead and let's give this a really good mix before we put it back for the second round. Also, too, I just want to mention, just like the last video, unfortunately, I am unable to use the original audio from this video. So I'm actually doing a voiceover once again. It's not ideal. And if I sound tired, it's because I'm literally doing this voiceover like close to midnight. I think it's like 11:55 p.m. So I'm tired, but yeah, anyways, it is what it is. So happy to do this. Anyways, back to the mixing. So you can see here, I'm mixing the noodles with the sauce. Now, basically, whenever it says you gotta do this mixing halfway, what you want to do is you just want to cover the noodles in the sauce. That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to make sure that every noodle that I see is covered in the sauce so that it doesn't get dry and that it cooks properly and that it's all, you know, it's all nicely mixed, basically. So there you go. That looks pretty good to me. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back on. And now let's put it back into the microwave for round two. And yeah, so there you go. See, we're going to put it back for 1.5 to 2 minutes. So let's do that and we'll be right back. Here we go. All right, so here we go. It is fully cooked. It is all done. I got a little cup there to use as a stand. So ta-da, there we go. Let's see if it stays on. And it does. So there we go. Michelina's lasagna with meat sauce. Fully cooked. I let it stand. And there you go. So all we got to do next is just give it a mix. And then we're ready to eat. But check it out there. That's how it looks. Let me just give it one final mix. And also, too, I do know that in the top left corner there, you can see there's like a nice pile of meat that I didn't quite mix in during this review. But trust me, once the cameras were off, I did eat it. And I ate that, and it was really good. So anyways, yeah, well, spoiler, I guess, on the what the meal is. But anyways, okay, so here we go. Michelina's lasagna with meat sauce. There it is over there. And I gotta say, just visually, yeah, it looks pretty good, you know? So, yeah, there it is there. And also, too, actually, I do want to mention this. Now, look, obviously, this is not like lasagna that's authentic, baked in the oven, that has layers and meat and cheese. You know, last time I did one of these microwave lasagna meals, a lot of people, I think it was the Walmart one, a lot of people were like, that's not real lasagna. And you know what? I agree with you. But they're calling it lasagna, so, you know, I'm calling it a lasagna as well. But I know it's not an authentic traditional lasagna with the layers that's baked and all that good stuff. Anyways, also too, as you can see, I really think it looks like the picture on the box, which is pretty cool. Some TV dinners look nothing like the picture on the box, but this one actually does. So I think that's really neat. And also want to show you this. Check this out. So when it talks about the meat, look at that. It's pretty cool. The meat is like these little tiny meatballs, like little tiny pieces of, you know, beef, I guess, or meat. Yeah, ground beef. But so there we go. Here's the first bite of the lasagna with the meat. Okay. So there you go. First bite was really, really good. Once again, I really did enjoy that. As I mentioned, look, I've been having these for years and it tastes great. The noodles itself, it's not overcooked, it's not undercooked. They actually have a pretty decent texture. They're not mushy in any way, nor is it kind of dry, but the noodles itself is very great. But I really like the meat here. The meat actually has a nice kind of peppery taste, so I really enjoy that. And the sauce is good too. It's not too sweet, but it is tomatoey, so you get that nice tomatoey sauce. You get a decent lasagna noodle, and then, you know, you get these nice peppery bits of meat that add that extra flavor. So, yeah, here we go for a second bite. Let's try it. Here we go. Okay, yeah, that second bite was just as good. So, look, Michelina's lasagna with meat sauce. Check it out there. As I mentioned, I've been eating this for years, decades, I think. And so, one of my final thoughts is, you know what? I really do like this. This is actually one of my go-tos. This is probably my favorite microwave lasagna that I've tried. I'm sure there's better ones, but in terms of just the price too, like this is what, $2 to $3 Canadian per one of these, and there's also usually lots of sales. So, I mean, for a nice, quick go-to meal, that's it's pretty cheap, and you're not gonna get full, but it is pretty satisfying. You're not gonna be starving after eating one of this. But yeah, I mean, I said this with the Swanson's TV dinner as well. They've been selling this for what, as I mentioned, decades, right? And Michelina's is not in the business of going out of business. They're here to make money, right? So obviously, if they're still selling this and people are still buying them, it's got to be good to some extent, right? I mean, if this tasted horrible and nobody liked this, they would just stop selling it. But obviously, they're doing something right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, yeah, overall, this is iconic for a reason, and I agree with it. And it really isn't one of my go-tos. Now, obviously, you don't want to eat this too much, but there you go. If you want to try some frozen microwave lasagna, give this a try. But yeah, anyways, that formally ends the review. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see me review more TV dinners. Because as always, I am the grocery store dude. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. And until then, enjoy these foods. In moderation, of course.